Welcome back, Proppers. This week's project will be a mini samurai warrior. Since this is a large project, I'll be doing it in two parts. I'm going to start off by cannibalizing some parts from an old project. I'll be cutting off the fingers from my last project, Face of Fear, and using them for the limbs of the samurai warrior. If you haven't already seen that project, I'll leave a link in the description. The torso of our little samurai warrior will be created by layering two pieces of 10mm EVA foam. The legs are then attached to the body using contact cement. The fingers were a little too thick to use for the arms, so I cut slivers of 10mm EVA foam and wrapped them in pieces of 2mm EVA foam. Armature wire was fished through the legs so I'd be able to manipulate them into any form I'd like. The armature wire was cut down, leaving a 1/4 inch to facilitate the easy mounting of the feet. The arms were then attached to the body using contact cement. Just like the legs, armature wire was fished into the arms. This is a process I probably should have done before I attached them to the body, but hindsight is 20/20. After the contact cement had set, I bent the arms into the proper position. Our samurai's kusazure and his kusode were created from 2mm EVA foam. In English, that would be his skirt armor and shoulder protector. Holes were punched out of the 2mm EVA foam so I can insert my candy wrapper decoration. The samurai's kogake, or shoes, will be created from 10mm EVA foam. To all my Japanese friends, please forgive me if I'm butchering the pronunciation. The kogake is then sanded and smoothed with my Dremel rotary tool. Foam clay is used to fill and smooth out all of the connecting seams. The bottom of the legs are tapered down to ankle size. The shoes are then attached using contact cement. The samurai's head will be made from 3 layers of 10mm EVA foam and 1 layer of 6mm EVA foam. The layers are all attached with contact cement, then shaped and formed with my Dremel rotary tool. When I'm happy with the completed shape, the head is then skinned with foam clay. After putting the head aside to dry and set up, I get started on his clothing. I'm only using whatever leftover material I have in stock, so I'll be starting out with his pants using kente cloth, adding just a little bit of African flair to our little buddy. For an interesting read, you can buy the book or just Google Yasuke. Our samurai's kente cloth pants are permanently attached to their body using contact cement. I found some very interesting ruffled material from an old pillowcase, and I decided to use it for his blouse. Like the pants, the blouse is permanently attached with contact cement. I'll be using some faux leather material to create his doe, or chest protector. The head is then attached to the body with contact cement and armature wire. The kusazure and sode, armored skirt, and shoulder protector are painted Cabernet red. They are then locked into position with contact cement. Strips of 2mm EVA foam are cut to create the detailing for the doe. Be sure to check out my full-size Samurai Warrior build on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description to some of the individual videos. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying very hard to get that 1,000 subscribers. All the other channels are begging for 2, 3, 4 million. All I'm asking for is 1,000. So come on, guys. This is an absolute abhorrent statistic. Over 97% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. It doesn't take much, guys. Just press that little button. Without your continuing support, this channel cannot survive. The samurai's hands will be cut out of 2 layers of 10mm EVA foam. The hands are then shaped and formed with my Dremel rotary tool. A drill is used to open up the hand, and my X-Acto knife is used to create the fingers and thumb. The individual fingers and thumb are shaped and rounded with my Dremel rotary tool. The hands are then attached to the arm with contact cement. I'll be using a piece of burlap material to create the waraji, or the samurai sandal. I'll leave a link in the description for the full-size build of the waraji, which is a lot more complicated. I'll be using strings of twine to create the waraji straps, as well as the string for the bow. While the contact cement on the twine sets up, I'll get started on creating the bow. The bow will be created by wrapping 2mm EVA foam over armature wire. After hand forming the bow, I get started on strapping up the waiji. Holes are pierced through the burlap material and the twine is fished through. On the full-size build, the waiji has to be hand woven from scratch, and before that can be done, I have to create the tool that allows you to do so. A quick test fitting before finishing up the strapping. With the waiji completed, I get started on stringing the bow. Slits are cut into the 2mm EVA foam on each end of the bow, and the twine is sealed into place with instant glue. The kabuto, or samurai helmet, will be cut out of 4mm EVA foam. Although this is a miniature samurai and required fewer steps than some of the other parts, the kabuto has to be done very similar to the full-size build. So there will be several elements to the kabuto that'll have to be created separately and then assembled together. Once again, I'll leave a link in the description for the full-size build of the kabuto and several other elements of this samurai build. The base portion of the kabuto is sealed onto the head with contact cement. All the other elements are attached separately. The bow is then painted with liquid text Mars Black. Small circles and squares are punched out of 2mm EVA foam to create some detailing for the kabuto. These small detail pieces are attached with contact cement. To add extra detail to the dough, small circles are punched out of 2mm EVA foam and attached with contact cement. The sunyate, or shin and knee protector, are created from 4mm EVA foam and attached to the leg with contact cement. The seams are then filled and smoothed with foam clay. Some twine detailing is attached to the bow using instant glue. With the bow completed, I get started on creating his mempo, which is his face protector and mask. This will be made from 4mm EVA foam and attached to the face using contact cement. The nose section of the mempo will be created from a piece of 6mm EVA foam. Small pieces of 2mm EVA foam will be cut out for the eyes and attached to the face with contact cement. The sword will be created from several sticks layered in between strips of 4mm EVA foam. It's then shaped and formed with my Dremel rotary tool. Two millimeter foam will be used to cover the sword handle. Small strips of 2mm EVA foam will also be used to create some detailing on the sword handle. A primer coat of red oxide is applied to the sword. To decorate the sword, twine and braided rope are attached with instant glue. The sword is then painted with Liquitex Cadmium Red and Mars Black. And that marks the end to part 1 of this project. Please stay tuned for part 2. Press the bell notification so you'll be notified when it uploads. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and support me by purchasing the 3 books in my action-adventure series, Inherent Evil, Escaping the Green Abyss, and Mob Life in the Hood.